Hello YouTube, this is King77 Carmen, and this will be a review of the 1 to 144th high grade 00 Quanta from the new movie Gundam 00 Rise or Awakening of the Trailblazer. I got this kit a while ago. I have painted some parts onto it, which were stickers in the original kit. I will go over that when I'm going over the stickers. I haven't done any real modifications other than painting this kit and panel lining it, but that's what every good Gunpla builder should do, is panel line and do at least basic touch-up painting. This kit is really similar to the 00, just because I think they used most of the same mechanisms in the leg and in the arms, but most of the 00 kits from Season 2 have pretty much identical body parts. Okay, I'll go over the stickers now. These stickers you have are the eyes. There is a green, like one of the black-green ones under the lens. I painted it with the Gundam marker, and I did all the clear parts with the metallic green Gundam marker. The top of the head and the back of the head had stickers, but I painted them with, I think it's Mythic Blue, or, I don't know, it's one of the Games Workshop paints. You have a sticker for the chest, both on the arms, on both sides, which, yeah, you can see those. You have stickers in the legs, which I believe these ones also had the trim around them, and the words Double Quanta. I'm not sure. And you also would have had a sticker on the shield piece for the white part, but I painted that white. You also get a sticker for both parts of the little GN drive in the shield, and one sticker for the back. For articulation on this kit, if my camera will focus, head can go up and down, forward and back, side to side, rotate 360. I forgot about the little earmuffs on the side. I did paint those, and they do have stickers. It's on one of those double hinged polycaps, or double ball jointed polycaps, so you get really wide range of movement. Arms, they are asymmetrical, so there is some added and subtracted articulation. But from the shoulder, it's a polycap hinge inside, so the arm can go forward. Then it's on a ball joint, so it can go 360, in and out at the ball joint, up and down at the ball joint. 360, all the good stuff. I know I just repeated myself. This little white part can move out. The arm can move out about that far due to that white part, which kind of sucks. Can rotate 360 at the shoulder. Has a double elbow bend, which can allow it to get to about that far. And the wrist can bend, and the ball joint hand can bend. So you can get about that far for a bend. Yeah, kind of sad. But who's blaming it? It's a good kit. Wrist articulation here. Hands, for this one for some reason is really tight, but it's really good for holding the massive sword. Hands are on a ball joint, so they have sort of a wiggle, come with 360. Major difference between this arm and this arm is you can go that far out, and that's really the only articulation difference. You can still only get to that bend. Like he's going grr. Got muscles, grr. And if you notice, this arm has like a blue cover, and this arm does not. That's one of the multi things with this kit. It's really asymmetrical. It has a ball joint at the top of the torso, which can let it go forward and back, side to side at the top joint. Kind of rotate. The bottom joint, I'm not quite sure. I think it's a peg or a ball joint, or like one of those ball joints that aren't supposed to really move. As sort of forward and back can go 360. Side skirts are on those crappy little fake like peg polycap or peg ball joint polycaps, so they have ball joint movement. You can go out pretty far though. Front skirt, it's on one of those little ball joint polycaps, but it can go out that far. Kind of go to the sides, but otherwise it's just locked in. Back skirt's one solid piece, has no movement. Legs are on a hinge, or one of those double O joints, which right there, so it's on the polycap on the inside, so it can do the jig side to side and forward and back. The legs can go out that far, back about that far. I have a double joint. This part really, it hinders it a bit, but not by much. But you have this part has individual movement. You can rotate at the top of the hip, which I totally forgot. It can go out that far. And the front guard can move. Feet are on a ball joint here and a hinge here, so it can go 360 at the top hinge. It can go kind of side to side on the bottom hinge. It can go out that, bend it out that far. So with having the side skirts fall off, it, unsupported, can do the splits. Well, that's leaning against that, but that's just due to quick pose. I'm just going to leave the little side skirt off due to it's really a pain to get in. Now for the whole, like, binder assortment thing. A sort of a hinge here can go up and down. Polycap hinge here so it can go forward and back. Go 360. You can't see some of this. You can go 360 at this. It can go all the way forward, and then it's at a hinge here so it can go all the way around. Can't go up and down and stuff. Same thing here. This one is in a polycap, so it can go 360 in and out. Shield articulation. This flap can come up and down. This whole entire thing is on like a double hinge piece here, so it can go out. The little extra GN drive is on I think it's plastic on plastic, so it can spin. You can somewhat get it to go always to the back, but it's really difficult to do. You do get 6 individual GN blades, but if you pull them out by the green part, they come out. I haven't glued them in, which I recommend gluing them in due to having them break and stuff. You get the really short, long, and a medium size. The only one he can actually hold is the short one. Have a little dagger. But in the Master Grade, all of them have handles, so you can have them holding all of them. Really, this is the form they stay in the most, just due to the transformation with the GN Sword 5. I'm sorry he's laying down, he's taking a nap. I gotta fix his ankle. Okay, the GN Sword 5, it's really just a clear piece of plastic with the gray handle and some blue parts. It has, like, this can move, this can move, this can move, and that can, you have to pull out and turn. And there's its rifle mode. And it can hold it in either mode, in the sword mode, which is honestly the better of the two. Just because most of the Exia and Double O molds, they kind of have swords turning into guns. Put it in the hand, and there's a slot on the arm if it would go in. Slot's really more there for when it's holding the Buster Sword and it's taking a nap. The only downside to the Buster Sword I have is you have to remove both of the little gray parts on the side, pull off that blade, bring in this entirely new blade piece, plug it in, and then redo everything. But over time, the little gray pieces on the side are going to wear off and just fall off really, really easily. I need the other binder pieces, or bits. Again, I pull it out by the green part. Bad habit of mine. I'll end up breaking it. This kit is really, really good and is really close to the movie, which I've seen once, but I'll end up watching it again, just because it was kind of hard to follow. Okay, to make it into the GN Buster Sword is you take the 2 long ones, put them into this top part, which this would have 2 stickers, but I painted it blue, just because the stickers kind of sucked. You plug both these into the top hole on it, and then you take these going facing down, put them over that, and you have the GN Buster Sword, if I can get it in, which is pretty much entirely clear plastic, which that I have to give them props for. It's not mostly clear and almost all entirely blue plastic. You can hold it. The little joint thing after a while does get kind of loose, so it's not going in, or I'm just totally missing it. But he can hold it and go, yeah, chop. To convert this into the Buster Rifle mode, which I think he uses once in the movie, pretty much convert it to normal rifle mode, go up to the front, and on the Master Grade these would have hinges, but in this, pull them off, set them down to the next notch down, which is right here, On both of them, pretty much put them in to the same slot they were in. This one's just fighting me for some reason. And he has his Buster Rifle, which he can barely hold. Yeah. That's a big flat gun. That's not really convincing. And now since this is already going on about 10.5 minutes, I'll straighten him up and bring in his first season counterpart. Yeah, I only have the Trans Am version, get over it. Not really satisfied with the Exia mold. You get, the Exia is not much shorter, but he is shorter. And you can tell with this, I don't have my 00 on hand with me, so you can see like the shoulders they took and kind of modified. The front skirt, it looks like they just joined it and shrunk it. There are a lot of turnovers on both kits, but for me, this kit is not made for standing on the shelf. It's made for using an action base. I recommend getting the clear green action bases to let all your 00 Gundam kits take flight, which is where they shine. And he does, where'd I put it, come with a open hand for the left side. So I normally have him with the Buster Sword, going in for a dynamic slash. Going like, I will clutch my fate, or something. I forget some of the lines from the movie. So this is King77 Carmen signing out. Stay tuned for more reviews. Honestly, the real grids will be here, or will be reviewed eventually. I might do the Zaku next. I don't know. This is just kind of coming home after karate and being bored. So stay tuned. See you at the next review.